Hey, what's up you guys, this is Irfan here from smartincubator.com and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm gonna show you the trades that happened during New York session yesterday during NFP. So many good setups happened on Gold, GBPUSD, GBPN, EURUSD and NAS 100, and I want to break down every single one of them for you because there was one good setup in each one of them and I want to break it down for you. And as you know guys, there's only one strategy that I use every single time when I trade, and I'm pretty sure that you know what it is. If you don't know, I'm gonna put a card above this video and you can watch my tutorial video where I show you everything about the smart money concepts trading strategy, and you can implement it every single day. But before that, let me show you the results of Gold EA Incubator on two different accounts. As you can see, this is the first $3,000 account that we are up 146% on, and the profit is $1,581. The balance is $4,581, and this is the second $3,000 account, which is a scaled. It means that we deposited more money when we started seeing more results, and the profit is $1,026. And if you don't know what Gold EA Incubator is, guys, it's an expert advisor that only trades gold during London session on 5-minute time frame. And this is something that we haven't touched at all. So everything happened completely hands off without my involvement or my team's involvement, and we're just making profit on a daily basis. So without any further ado, let's get into it right now. I'm gonna start with gold on 5-minute time frame, guys. As you know, I always trade during New York session at 8 in the morning, so Eastern Standard Time. I wake up, I analyze the market on 5-minute and 15-minute time frame. If there's any good setup on 5-minute time frame, I take my trade, and then I try to take a one-to-one trade. So let me just do a little bit of replay for you and show you exactly why I decided to take this trade on gold, which was absolutely crazy. And by the way, on Friday, today's Saturday, on Friday we had a very important news, NFP news, and a lot of people didn't trade, and it was a good thing. But at the same time, so many good setups happened, and I just want to break down what exactly happened so you can use it for the next week, because it's the same strategy. So as you can see, I'm on 5-minute time frame on gold, and the first thing I noticed was that the trend is trying to be bearish due to multiple breakout structures towards downside. As you can see, we have a major support level here, we had a major support level here, here, and it kind of broke all of them, and it's going towards downside because it's creating lower lows and lower highs. So as you can see, if you're creating lower lows and lower highs, it means that the trend of the market is towards downside, and it's better to actually look for bearish momentums. So if I switch my time frame to 15-minute time frame, you'll see that we have so many gaps around this area which is not filled in. So it means that the price has to come back to this level eventually to fill in all the gaps, and then after that the price reverse. So it's a really good indicator for me to look for a bearish momentum. So as you can see, we have a high probability supply zone here. I'm not going to show you what and how you can actually find them. I mean, because there's a video, I have tons of videos on that. I'm not going to waste more time. I just identify high probability supply and demand zones. But if you want to learn how to identify them, I already put a card above the video so you can watch it after this video. So this is a high probability supply zone that we have. We take the last two bullish candles before this drop, and the next candle after that never tapped into this zone. So the first thing I do is to wait for the price to tap into this level, which did, and it was a beautiful trade. It was a beautiful candle that actually happened, because this is a doji candle and this is the first candle that tapped into this zone. So in this case, what I personally do is to put my sell stop below the previous candle, which is this one, and then I put my stop loss above the previous candle, and then I extend my TP all the way to down here to take a one-to-one trade. And the reason that I'm really confident about my TP position is that since we have so many gaps on the left, then I know that there's a high chance that the price wants to come down further. But what I want to do is, instead of putting my sell stop here, I'm going to put it exactly right here, because this is a really good candle that formed exactly inside the high probability supply zone. And I like to take the next break of a structure below this candle, which is the previous candle. So as you can see, this is the first candle that triggers my entry. I put my stop loss above the previous candle, and then if I want to take a 1-to-2 risk ratio trade, then I extend it all the way to here. Or if I just want to take a regular 1-to-1, I put my TP right here. So as you can see, my TP got smashed super fast, super easy. But if I want to leave a runner, I can definitely do that. I just put my stop loss, my TP here, and then I can just extend it. So as you can see, it just smashed another TP, and it was a profitable trade for sure. But the thing is that if you want to take multiple trades, you gotta have multiple TPs. And if your first TP is smash, then you move your stop loss to break even for the rest of the trades. So if you have 2 trades, you take your 1-to-1 on the first trade, and then you move your stop loss to break even for the next ones. So this is for gold, guys. I hope that you liked it, and if you have any question, drop your comment below this video. I personally get back to you. So this is exactly what happened on GBPJPY during a New York session. As you can see, guys, it happened at 9:25 in the morning. So if I go back to 8 in the morning, you see that nothing happened before this huge spike towards upside, and then it started consolidating, and this is exactly when everything happened. And it's kind of tricky, to be honest with you. It's kind of tricky, and I want to show you why exactly. So let me delete everything. So after this huge spike that we had towards upside, I identified a high probability demand zone right here, because there is a gap between this candle, which is the next candle after that, and this zone right here. So this gap makes this zone a high probability demand zone. So in this case, I just wait for the price to tap into this level, and then if it's a really good confirmation, I go for my buy position. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is to wait for a better entry. But what happened was really interesting. Look at this one, guys. This is the last bearish candle. Okay, so if I cover the entire candle, you'll see that this is the first candle that came out of the box. And if I want to have a high probability supplier demand zone, there should be a gap between the candle that forms after this and this zone right here. But in this case, this candle literally filled in the gap super quickly. This is a little bit more advanced, but you can still use it, guys. And then the only thing you need to do is to identify that this candle filled in the gap, and also it's a good momentum. Then you can put your buy stop above this candle, and then you can put your stop loss here, and then your TP 1-to-1. But you got to be careful that your TP doesn't it's not too far. So you got to look left to see if there's any high probability supply zone. But this is the highest. It's kind of a little bit risky, guys, because there's always a high chance that the price decides to come back and tap into this zone right here. Okay, and then it gives us a really good momentum towards upside. But in this case, if I put my buy stop here, my stop loss here, and my TP here, you see that this is exactly what happened. My TP is smashed. Really cool. So if I put it here, you see that it's exactly 1-to-1. My buy stop got triggered, my stop loss is here, and my TP is right here, which is exactly 1-to-1. It's a good trade. It's a little bit risky at the same time, because we also have another high probability demand zone here. But if you want to take this trade, you can do that, but you got to identify it super fast to make sure that your gap is filled in. So this is a trade that happened on EURUSD, guys. It's very cool. And if I want to go to 8 in the morning, it's gonna be all the way to here. So as you can see, so far we don't have any high probability supply zone around this area, because a lot of people think that, oh, okay, so we have a high probability supply zone here, but it's not, because you got to take the last 2 bullish or bearish candles max. But if I want to take it from here, there's going to be 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be from here to here. And as you can see, this is not a high probability supply zone. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is to identify any high probability demand zone, which I did. And as you can see, this is the candle, which is a high probability demand zone. And the reason is that there's a gap between this candle and this zone right here, because this is the last bearish candle. This is the first candle that came out of the box, and the next candle after that never tapped into this zone. So there's a gap between this candle and this zone right here, which makes this zone a high probability demand zone. Okay, So what I'm going to do right now is to wait for the price to hit my zone, and then if it gives me a really good confirmation, I go for my buy position. So as you can see, nothing really happened right here, and this is the first candle that literally tapped into my zone. I put my buy stop here, my stop loss here, or the best thing you can do is to put it here below the zone, and then you can extend your TP all the way to up here. So as you can see, this is exactly what could have happened, which was a clean trade, guys. Pure price action, no indicator whatsoever. As you can see, I identified the trend of the market, and not necessarily the trend of the market, because as you can see, we have multiple breakout structures towards downside. So it means that we have a bearish trend, but since we have this high probability demand zone on the left, we can take a buy position here. So it doesn't necessarily have to be according to the trend, because because sometimes when you want to jump into the trade which is according to the trend might change. So but if you identify high probability supply and demand zones, you're not too worried about what's going to happen, but preferably you can go for according to the trend. But as you can see, every time is different. I don't necessarily go for that. They say the trend is your friend. They're right, but not in all cases. So and NAS 100, guys, this is exactly what happened. I'm not gonna do a replay for you because it's kind of obvious that what might happen. So this is a high probability supply zone. It's really cool that we have such a setup, because we have this huge drop and the next candle after that never tapped into the zone, high probability supply zone, and this is the first candle that tapped into the zone, but it's kind of wide, guys. This could be also a risky trade, because look at this candle right here. Look at this. It's a huge candle that literally happened, and if I want to take my sell entry, I put a sell stop below the previous candle, and then I put my stop loss above the candle, and then as you can see, my entry gets triggered, and then it actually comes down. So this line, this horizontal line, is for this one right here. So I'm not saying that it could be, it's not a high probability demand zone kinda, because it's really huge, and also we have, and this is the last bearish candle that formed right here, so there's no point to have this one, and I just can take a one-to-one trade. But as I said, it could be a little bit risky, but it also had potential because we are trading according to the trend, and since we had NFP, so many things could happen, so you never know. You should always expect something. But yeah, I take my sell stop here, my stop loss here, and my TP right here, and as you can see, my TP is smashed. I took my one-to-one and everything happened perfectly. So this is what happened on NAS 100, guys, and for GBPUSD exactly the same thing happened. And this is a trade that I took before New York session, because I put my buy limit, sorry, here exactly at this level, and then I put my stop loss here and my TP right here, and it smashed my TP. But literally right after that, the New York session has started, and then I noticed that we have, let me show you, we have this one right here. Okay, so let me just delete this one for you, because this is a trade that I took. This is a high probability supply zone, and see the next candle after that literally filled in the gap. So it didn't even give me a candle that has a gap between the zone and the candle itself. It literally filled in a gap, and if you want to take a trade, you can put your sell stop here, your stop loss below above the previous candle, and then you can put your TP right here. And as you can see, it hits it smashed my TP, but it could be kind of close to my stop loss as well, so I could be in a little bit of drawdown, but eventually it has smashed my TP and I could take my one-to-one. And if I wanted to leave a runner, that would be even better. Like, it's crazy. It could be a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio, but you gotta know where to get out of the market. So this is a high probability demand zone that I identified previously, but I'm not sure whether it's gonna hit that or not. Let's say that I want to put my TP here, 1-to-7, and I'm not too sure that it goes up. No, it doesn't go up, so I personally don't do that. I never do that, and if I do that, it's gotta be my second or third TP, and also it's going to be risk-free. But in this case, it didn't happen. I can easily take my 1-to-1 and get out of the market as soon as possible. As you can see, this is exactly what happened. Beautiful trade. So I hope that you got some value from this video, guys. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell, so next time when I upload a video, you'll get notified super fast. And about Gold EA Incubator, if you have any question, feel free to ask me, or check out smartincubator.com. we have a live chat where you can ask all your questions, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So thanks for watching this video again, and see you on the other side.